Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Now, it looks like Vice Media is going to get tech wrecked.
Okay.
Tech wreck. We're going to talk about the tech wreck because we know the stocks are down, right? Tech stocks are getting hit really, really hard, and a lot of financial people, money people, are saying that this is the second dot-com bubble, that the bubble is bursting, and that tech companies are very much affected. But you know, we've been talking about a lot of these digital media outlets and how they've been failing, BuzzFeed and Vice. And the last time we looked at Vice, they were going to sell off their studios, just the studios, and they were going to keep the website and the podcast and all the other shit they do. Now they're actually going to sell off Vice in pieces. And a lot of that is because of BuzzFeed failing on the stock market. And Vice is, again, one of these very far left, activist platforms, and it's going to be dismantled.
So it's kind of like why all the media outlets were watching what happened with BuzzFeed, because they knew it was going to, bite them in the ass.
Yes, everybody's going to get bit in the ass by BuzzFeed. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun.
It's not the fun biting of the ass.
No, it's not the fun biting of the ass. Some people like that.
It's not playful.
Anyway, we're going to talk about that and the tech wreck, the stock situation. It's not going to get better for any of these companies, especially since tech companies are seemingly the most affected by the downturn in the stock market. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 267,000 subs.
Woohoo!
Thank you for the support. Greatly appreciated. Now, this came out last week, and I had missed it. I had a friend send it over. It's like, hey, here's the latest with Vice, because where we had left it was they were going to sell their streaming division, their studio, off to some kind of a streaming company, and then Netflix, of course, that cratered. Now it's being reported that Vice has hired a financial advisor to seek a sale, either for the entire company or for parts of the business, according to sources. This is coming from CNBC. The company would prefer to sell itself in one piece, but may decide to sell off business units it can't find an appealing, if it can't find an appealing deal. Sources said Vice is worthless. Vice owns a TV studio business, a creative advertising agency, and other digital media assets.
Yeah, well, technically they could break it apart if they had they're divided up into different divisions, but still, it's like,
What they do is they buy the audience a lot of times. I mean, that's what happened with Gizmodo and Geo Media. And what they did is they actually took some of the websites and they combined them because they're like, we got a lot of overlap here. It's all the same shit. So now, IO9, you're just a stub on Gizmodo.
I thought he said when they buy the audience, you mean they buy the audience because they're talking about how one was they have digital media assets and a creative advertising agency. So I'm like, what, they use their creative advertising agency to buy the audience?
Well, okay, so that was actually coming up with BuzzFeed, because BuzzFeed was using Facebook to promote its posts. And then when Facebook shifted its policies, BuzzFeed wasn't allowed to promote its clickbait, articles, as much as they used to, and that kind of started to kill off their audience. But I've always wondered with these media outlets, like, how much of that audience is real, because advertisers aren't going to know.
No,
they'll be like, oh, we got
think about the numbers.
50 million people came to the website last month. Okay, are they real people?
That's just it. You don't know.
We don't know. So yeah, they said several buyers have expressed preliminary interest in acquiring Vice too. While finding a single buyer would be a simpler solution, given potential issues around the valuation and the company's outstanding debt, it's also exploring options to sell the company in parts. Now, this is the same company that cost Disney $400 million. Disney invested in Vice, and it's a dumpster fire, and it has been a dumpster fire for years. So the information reported Friday, Vice is shopping its content studio business around. We talked about that already. Their most desirable assets are the content studio and its creative advertising agency, Virtue, Vice and Virtue.
Okay.
The studio business includes Pulse Films, which Vice announced in March. It had acquired from, after previously only owning a controlling stake.
So
Nobody
wait,
cares.
they acquired a studio, but now they're trying to sell off their pieces because they have too much debt.
Yeah.
And they just got this in March.
Yes.
Okay.
Pulse made a number of popular music documentaries, including Beyonce's Lemonade and the Beastie Boys story.
Never heard of either one.
Nobody cares. The documentary film market is particularly hot right now.
Well, not hot enough to make it profitable, apparently.
Vice attempted to go public via a special purpose acquisition company, SPAC, last year, reaching an agreement, but plans to go public stalled after the market cooled BuzzFeed. Investors weren't sold on Vice's prospects as a standalone company.
BuzzFeed happened. So,
God. Yeah, so they peaked in 2017.
yeah, early darling in the digital media industry. Yeah, because they were saying the things that you expect them to say in 2017.
Vice is considering a sale as it seeks liquidity for investors and to help pay back about $1 billion in debt. Disney already wrote off $400 million on this company.
Wait. Wall Street Journal reported that Vice estimated it will hit $1 billion in revenue by the end of next year.
How?
But then they have $1 billion in debt.
So I watched Schoolhouse Rock a lot when I was a kid. And they had a section on finance, and if you owe $1 billion and you're going to make $1 billion, that leaves you with $0.
Exactly. So,
and I learned that from Schoolhouse fucking Rock.
But see, but you're corporate, you get to somehow come out with $1 billion, owe $2 billion, and then somehow it's everybody else's responsibility to take care of it.
And somehow everybody gets a raise and gets to work from home.
Or they demand it.
They demand it.
Why aren't we getting what we want? I don't know. Maybe because we have zero money.
Yeah, Disney said they had an expectation Vice was going to be worthless. They wrote it off in 2019. That was like 3 years ago.
$400 million. Damn, Disney. You can give us a percent of that.
Disney, we will shut up for $400 million. You want to get rid of us? How much is it worth to you?
That's
you
right.
buy Clownfish Studios for $400 million.
There you go.
There you go. Final offer. But yeah, it's not just them. It's like everybody, all these tech stocks are cratering. I'm looking at my portfolio. I'm crying a little bit.
Yeah,
these
I
days.
saw mine too today, and I was like, damn, I went down a lot.
Yeah, so they're like, at what point does a slump in U.S. tech stock drops stop being dismissed as a tech wreck? That's what they're calling it, tech wreck.
I think that's funny. That sounds like a transformer.
I know, I was saying that yesterday. I'm like, it sounds like a transformer or like a 90s X-Men character.
Or like a character on Gem.
Tech rat.
Yeah, Tech Rat with Tech Wreck.
Tech Wreck is his dad.
It's his depressed father.
Tech wreck. He's an alcoholic.
That's right.
That's how he wrecks a tech. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just takes a crowbar to the VCR and.
That's right. He was trying to get a file out of the computer and then smashes it with a baseball bat. It's like, it's in there somewhere.
So when do we call it a fully fledged .com 2.0 crash? They're trying to blame Russia and Ukraine for it.
What aren't they? God, what would the internet do if you couldn't blame everything on Russia?
Yeah, right. I mean, what would we do? But yeah, it's bad. I mean, everybody's cratering. I think what's going on is they're finally figuring out that these tech companies are there's way too many of them. It's all smoke and mirrors.
This is it. A lot of it are being held up with venture capital because they aren't actually profitable. They're just, like you said, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. They said it was a spec tech wreck. They said in many cases the tumble started last year and had been particularly brutal and speculative, often unprofitable technology stock that led many analysts and investors to dismiss the declines as a spec tech wreck. But everything's down. Facebook is down. Facebook said...
That's his cousin by marriage. Spec tech wreck.
Spec tech wreck. I saw that Facebook is actually going to change. They're not going to focus on news. They're not going to focus on promoting news anymore because of all the drama around,
Oh, because they got in trouble with all their checking.
So they're changing up their business model. Now it's basically like local yokels, and they want to pivot to video now too to be more profitable.
A little late for that, I think.
And it's a little late for that. Compete with TikTok. I'm like, nah, that ship already sailed to China. That's where all the money's going. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of this, especially now because we're at the point where there isn't going to be any venture capital to bankroll these companies anymore. If we go into a recession, a full-blown recession, it's going to be meat and potatoes, right? It's going to be like, we got to, the companies that actually provide tangible goods and services are the ones that are going to survive, and technology, not so much.
This is funny to me. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it looks like they're all the same dude, and then like they're in some way they are like, or this guy is derivative. These three guys in the background are derivative of each other, and these two guys in the front look like they're the same, like like years apart.
I don't know.
They all look alike.
All white dudes look alike.
I guess
that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, it's we're gonna see a lot of this, and I don't think it's gonna stop at Vice. I mean, we've already seen BuzzFeed crater. I think this whole thing is gonna kill them off. I think we're gonna see so many of these digital media companies gone.
Right, because they're not built on substance. They're not built on actual things. They're built on, speculation, venture capital, and word of mouth bullshit and fake numbers and all that crap.
Yeah, watch the WeWork documentary. I tell people to watch that. Now they have a show. I guess they have a WeWork show on Apple or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm like, that's what it all reminds me of.
That's what it all is. It's all bullshit. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Wrap up the bullshit.
Like
Thank you.
toilet paper, flush it.
Yeah, flush it, just like Vice's prospects. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe, it's open and brewed through is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him! Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.